y'all. It's been a long time since I seen y'all and I've been on here. I'm so sorry. What a year we have had. Oh my God. First off, welcome back to my channel. If you are an oldie but goodie, thank you for sticking with me and my inconsistent self. If you are new to my channel, I am Victoria of the Victoria Lee's World. Call me Victoria, Vic, Sunny, V Lee. Just don't call me Vicky. That's not my name. Okay? Um, whew. Let's see. Episode 4 of The Journey Continues, our therapy revelations. Episode 4 is learning the new you. We're going to do something different though, because it's the end of the year and let's recap, right? Because this year was the year of learning who we are, learning who I was. That was my journey. And it has been a year. So I keep looking to the side because, we got my book. We got the book going, got my little notes and stuff going. But yeah, so we back at it. This pillow is so uncomfortable, y'all. Ugh. Anyway, y'all see the waist snatched. Okay, your girl has been working. Okay, I really have been working. I really have been like, what Easter say? It's still a me season. Let's be for real. It's still a me season. Okay, we still in my me. I'm still in my me season, and I hope y'all are still in y'all season as well. Cause why not? Yes, it is the end of the year, but does not mean that it's the end of our journey. It's not the end of my journey for sure. But, ooh, child, I'm so sorry. Okay. All right, that's better. So, this year, 2022. So, we getting ready to wrap up. It's been a long year. What have we covered? What have we done this year? This year we focused on let me stop saying we, because y'all have put, I'm going to say we. I'm going to go ahead and say we, because y'all been with me on my journey. And it's been a fun journey, had some dark times, and had some good revelations. And I'm proud of where I am right now in my journey. And I'm looking forward to what 2023 has to bring, and I hope y'all are too. So let's do a recap of 2022. Breakups, right? Because that's really what triggered that really triggered my desire, like my need to figure myself out. Romantic and platonic breakups happened. It's so ironic because this time last year I had COVID. I was mentally breaking, slightly depressed, just in a really dark place this time last year. And it's really what helped me jump into really trying to figure myself out. Because I just didn't know who I was. I wasn't happy. I just didn't have any answers for myself, which was unlike me. And it really did. It scared me a lot. But I also knew I just wanted to be something different. I knew it had to be something else for me. So with a lot of prayer, a lot of rest, a lot of meditating, a lot of writing, move forward, made a decision, the best decision for myself, and I feel like it was the best decision for myself. To end an 11-year off and on relationship, and to really put myself first. Now, fast forward, right after that breakup, jumped into a relationship, um, and kind of like allowed it to distract me, to not really continue to focus on where I was going, what I needed to do, because I knew that the journey was a journey that I was going to have to walk alone, because it was a self-reflection journey. It was a self-healing journey for me. It was a self-growth journey. It was a clarifying journey for myself. And I'm not going to lie, it scared me so bad, because a lot of self, you know what I mean? That means I need to, I have to do it alone. And initially hearing that, getting that clarity and that guidance from God, because again, like I said, I prayed and I journaled and I wrote, like, what is this? I knew that it was going to be a lonely journey. I just didn't expect to literally do it alone, in the sense of not having a romantic partner, not having the platonic friends that were in my life for so long, that they were not going to be on that journey with me. Um, and it was a hard reality for me, and it was really, really scary. So that was one thing that I learned about myself going through that. That was one of the things that I feared, which was being alone. Um, and in learning that about myself, I wanted to know why. Why am I like this? Why am I, when did this start for me? So we jumped into therapy real bad. Real bad. Like, jumped into therapy, and I mean, every 2 weeks consistently. Every 2 weeks going to therapy, really unpacking everything. If you're new here, all of my therapy revelations that I've shared with you all, again, this is episode 4, so I've already shared at least 3 episodes of the revelations that have come out of these therapy sessions, and acknowledging white knight syndrome, and trying to figure out who am I, who do I want to be, learning all of those things. And 2022 revealed so much about myself, and I've healed from so much trauma and anger and disappointment that I was just carrying around with me, that made me heavy, just full of sorrow. Although people would tell me I was a light, and would come to me for different things, I wasn't that person for myself. It was very easy for me to be that person for other people, but I wasn't that person for myself, which is also something that I realized during my therapy sessions, that I suffer from white knight syndrome. And attaching my value to being there and being everything for everyone else, but not being that for myself, was making me unhappy. So learning that about myself, identifying that, and then figuring out when it started, and having to have hard conversations with my mom, having hard conversations with my ex, opening myself up and sharing my hurt and my pain with my son, um, so that I can be better, so that he would feel safe talking to me. You know what I mean? Just being vulnerable. Those were all the things that I got to do last year, and it made me feel so good. Some of the conversations were hard, because, your intentions are good. My intentions were good, but it didn't come off that way. And vice versa. The same thing goes, like, with my mom, for instance. Her intentions have always been good. She's, I have a good mom, but her upbringing and how she was raised rolls over into how she raised us. And there were some areas where she fell short, but to know that she fully 100% supported my journey, and set her pride and her ego to the side to hear me, to see me, to hear my pain, to see my pain, to apologize, and to take each step to rebuild our relationship, our mother-daughtership, our friendship, our womanship, because, I'm a woman. You know what I mean? I'm not a child anymore. And, it's just some adjustments. And so that healing from that void really closed a lot of open wounds for me. And it really did kind of speed up my healing process because, majority of my anger, disappointment, was attached to my childhood and, the things that I wish I would have had or got to do and, experience, with my mom. And, it is what it is. And then, just holding myself accountable for all the self inflicted um, pain based off of decisions that I made, just being resentful and being angry, just being dumb. Um, just being led by my trauma was very unhealthy. So 2022 revealed all of that to me and more. On a lighter side, I got to remember love and how it felt to be in love. Although it was a short period of time that I was in love and I was young, but it was something I will never forget. And I did forget. I forgot about it. So going through that and just remembering how that feels and just showing up in the world as a lighter me, a happier me, more optimistic. Although I'm an optimistic person, when it came to love, baby, your girl was cold and done. I was done. I was done. But all at the same time, remembering that and then acknowledging and, like kind of shifting my needs and what I need now in the place where I'm at in my life right now when it comes to love and when it comes to companionship and romance, it has shifted. Some of the things that I used to value and that was like a big thing is no longer a value or like a big deal any longer. There are some areas where, I just learned a little bit more about myself. Like, for instance, I've learned that one of my love languages is space. I need I need my companion to understand and support my simple need of alone time, me time, quiet time, some space, and not hold it against me or feel like they're doing something wrong. Understanding is a big part of being in a healthy relationship, and that's something that I've learned that I really need because I am evolving and because my evolution, my growth is a priority for me. I've learned that my partner has to be supportive and understanding of that. You know what I mean? So learning that about myself has been major because now I know what I'm looking for. You know what I mean? Now I know how to show up, how to present that. I've learned how to communicate that. I've learned how to be receptive to how that will make someone else feel, and how to balance it all. In 2022, I also dated myself. I dated myself for a while. I'm still dating myself. Please don't get it twisted. I'm still very much dating myself, and I'm enjoying it. I'm remembering the things I used to love to do. I've started back doing drawings and artwork and painting and things that I love to do, music, and it's just my creative side has just it's come back to me. Um, because I'm finding myself, I'm more committed and more confident in how I show up at work, and being okay with not having all of the answers, and opening myself up to learn and not feel like I need to have all of the answers, and showing up at work in a space of growing and evolving and being taught and being led and asking questions and being confident in the questions that I have, not doubting myself so much. Um, what else did I learn? Yeah, like I really did doubt myself a whole lot in a lot of different areas. I used to doubt myself, am I being a good mom? And although I am a good mom, there were areas where I was falling short because I wasn't parenting the way my child needed me to parent. I was parenting the way that I thought I was supposed to be parenting, and what I thought would be beneficial for him. But then it's like learning myself and knowing that I wish my mother saw me for who I was in at that moment, that time in my life. It helped me realize that I'm not doing that for my son. So now I need to show up and be aware. I need to be aware. That was another thing, self awareness, self accountability, and emotional intelligence was something that I learned, and I think I shared with you all. So, learning that about myself and being aware of how I make people feel, being aware of how people are feeling and what people need of me in that moment, in that time, holding myself accountable for how I make someone feel, holding myself accountable for showing up for myself when someone hurts me or when someone makes me feel uncomfortable, expressing myself, talking more, communicating more was something. My communication was horrible. Um, I'm an introvert, and really never express myself verbally very well, which is the reason why I write a lot. Um, but I've also learned that writing sometimes helps me make sense of what's in my head. So when I am ready to talk, I'm speaking clearly, and I'm speaking with intentions for resolution, intention for just open communication, vulnerableness, and again, accountability. So, those are some things that I've learned and have helped me in my growth in 2022. And, y'all, I feel good. I do. I feel really good, and I'm so happy. Like, I would have never imagined that at 36 years old I would be, a single woman, but I'm happy. Like, I'm really happy. I have amazing friends. My family is amazing. We're making great strides to build a solid foundation and tradition, and, just fixing some things that are broken. I'm genuinely happy and thankful for where I am in life. There are some areas, that's a little heavy, and I wish were different, but we can't change the past. We live in the moment, enjoy the moment, live for the moment, and pray to God that we're able to see tomorrow to make it even better. Just appreciating life more and living, and just, not don't be so hard on yourself. I've learned that. Don't be so hard on yourself. Life is good. Life is good. There's so much to be happy about, to be thankful about. It's so much. I feel like as a society, we complain about the little things and forget to appreciate where we are right now. You know? Um, so, yeah, that's where I am on December 27th, 28th, I think, of 2022. I am happy. I feel whole. I'm confident. I I don't know what else to say or how to describe it. I'm happy. I'm full of joy. I'm full of light. I'm stepping into my purpose. I'm walking in my purpose. I'm living my prayers. And I love that for me. And hopefully, you all are experiencing the same thing. If you're not, you'll get there. Don't stress. You'll get there. Be consistent with yourself. If you don't do anything else in 2023, be consistent with yourself. What you want to do, be consistent. There's going to be moments the way you pause for a second, because let's be clear, I took a hard stop in August for my birthday. I took a hard stop to just reflect and get ready for the adjustment because I know it was coming. You know, um, y'all know I believe in God. You know, I put God first. I don't do anything without talking to God, being patient, and receiving the clarity that I'm asking for God before I make decisions or make anything. And that's literally what has been guiding me all of 2022. And I pray to God that He continues to guide me in 2023. But if you all believe in a higher being, God, Allah, Buddha, whatever your, religion or spirituality, trust that. Hold on to that. Keep your heart pure. Keep your mind healthy. Rest as often as you need. Reset, stop, and reset, recenter as often as you need. Because we need it. You're not Superwoman, you're not Superman, you're not God. Do what you need to do for you to stay balanced in all areas of your life. You know what I mean? Those are my tips for y'all and for myself moving into 2023. What's next? Life. Life is what's next, and whatever's to come is to come. I believe that what's meant for me will be mine, and I'm ready to receive it. I'm thankful. I will tell y'all this, because y'all know I have not been focusing on romance and companionship. That has not been my priority, but I think I have learned how to balance myself and companionship and romance. So I am going to start opening myself up to receive that type of love, um, that type of interaction for whoever is meant for me. So I'm excited to share about that, and yeah, continuing to be more consistent on YouTube and really continue to move forward with, creating my content and sharing, opening myself up more to you all. Thank you all so much for your kind words and for viewing. Um, for watching and subscribing. It really does make me feel, it really does help me feel confident that this is my purpose. My voice is my purpose. My vulnerability is my purpose. And to show up, because someone needs to hear something. Someone needs to hear a friendly voice. Someone needs to know that it's okay. Someone needs to know that it does get better, because it does. And I'm a, you know, I'm gonna always come and share my revelations and my testimony. So, happy holidays, happy new year. Thank you all so much for the continued love and support. We will be back next year.